Yes, welcome to the Forms of Life studio, tucked away in the centre of Dublin City. And this is Minnow the cat. And today, they shall be making Minnow the cat, out of clay, of course. And here is the making room, and in the making room there are master molds. Yes, master molds. And from the master molds they make molds, and even more molds. And from the molds they produce the forms of life. And to do so they use this, lumps of clay. The lumps of clay are stretched using a technique known as stretching. This achieves wonderful particle cohesion. And here we have the application of the stretched clay into the mold. Yes, this indeed will be a fine Minnow the cat. Trimming is done with an old bit of hacksaw blade, honed to perfection for the job in hand. This is called slip. It is clay mixed with water and is used to adhere one side of the mold to the other. And then, having removed the form, trimming takes place, and finishing takes place. And having finished the piece, it is put into the Royal Drying Cabinet. The Royal Drying Cabinet does just what it says on the top. It dries things. When they are dry, they are moved from here into the kiln. And in the kiln, they are fired to 1,000 degrees centigrade. But wait, what's this? I do believe, yes, it's the man himself, Mr. Kinghan, stretching clay, entertaining the passers-by with lots of skill and, of course, his trusty blowtorch. And here he appears to be drawing, or perhaps the correct term would be sketching. I'm told that everything he does begins with a pencil and some paper. I wonder if that's true. And now, as we watch him using his faithful little hacksaw blade knife, cutting deftly his shapes from flat sheets of clay, I can reveal that he is undertaken to beat a world record. 3 horses in 3 days. The record stands, of course, at 0. And now, in this technique, known as bending up the edges, he is able to turn these things quite swiftly into, horse-shaped boats, I suppose. And quite magically, well, certainly as if by magic, when the 2 halves go together, they quite suddenly and miraculously look a little bit like this. Now, isn't that just wonderful? Ah, I see, this is a Trojan horse. Yes, it requires 6 wheels in order to get it into Troy. But alas, it's time to be back in the studio. And here they are, fired to bisque. 3 pieces. Pegasus, the unicorn, and the Trojan horse. So let's look at some colourful things. Ah yes, the parrots. The rocking birds. And this is how the rocking birds are painted. Patterns are painted in wax onto the surface with a paint brush. Where the wax is, the paint is not. Colours are applied layer by layer, blended one into the other until the unique effect has been achieved. Of course, we can't tell at this stage what the real colour is. Can't tell that until they've been fired again at 1,000 degrees centigrade. We get a rough idea that yellow is yellow, pinky is sort of bright red, but these are all things which must be learned. Now let's take a look at the painting of the Trojan horse. Layer after layer. And some more layers. Just for good measure, I suppose. And this will be the base. And this is the thing when it's been fired. Just out of the kiln. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, indeedy. I'd say that was just the cat's meow. Wouldn't you? And finally, they show me the raku firing process, where these hot pieces are pulled from the kiln at roughly 1,000 degrees centigrade yet again, and plunged into sawdust, which obviously burns. Look at that smoke. My goodness me. Huh.